Annotating text. Why do we do that? Why? There are a variety of reasons. One of the biggest, and there's been research done on it, there's so much information about this, so I'm going to kind of just in a nutshell. But a big part of it has to do with what's called metacognition, which is about thinking about your thinking. I know that kind of sounds kind of funny, so let me say it again. Thinking about your thinking and how you think. So annotating text makes you think about what you're reading as you're doing the reading. This is good for us because it helps us stay attuned to what we are doing and makes our brain focus more. So the more we are doing that makes our brain focus, the better off we will be in understanding in our learning. I know that we've all read pieces where we're in the middle of reading something, it's like, ooh, those cookies sound good, or, I'm really hot, I think I'm going to go for a swim. Well, annotating text will help you stay focused and not get distracted as easily. It still takes some effort on your part to make sure you are paying attention to what you are reading and really thinking about what you are reading. So, what do you actually do when you are annotating text? Well, you read with pencil in hand. And as you are reading, you are writing down whatever you're thinking about with the text. I know that's very general, very broad, not very specific, but it really is the essence of what you do. And it's hard to pin it down to just one thing that you do because you do multiple things because our brain is so amazing and we do so many wonderful things as we're thinking. Remember my pinball machine had bing, 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 bing? Well, that's what you kind of do when you are annotating text. Whatever you're thinking about that is connected to the text, again, it's not those cookies or the swimming, but focused on what the text is saying. So you, with pencil in hand, you write what you are thinking. Here is the, forgot what it's called. What's that called in the front of a book when it tells you all the table of contents, I guess? Table of contents for the graveyard book of my book and things that I put as I went back and forth and as the chapters happened, what did I write? What was I thinking? What happened? So I can wrap my head around what really is this text all about. And I write all sorts of things. Here's another page for you. Here's a page in the text. And you'll see that I've written down questions, things that I thought about. Sometimes I just underline an interesting, cantering across the sky. I just love that. I think that's a beautiful imagery that it creates, and the sound is gorgeous. I like the idea, or I was thinking about the idea of gender, and what could he be meaning by choosing it to be she, and he italicizes it. So what's that about? Gives me something to think about. When I read it, I didn't know what a Roman augur was, so I looked it up, and then I wrote in there the definition of those words. And then there were some thoughts he said. The dead should have charity, which is what the lady on the gray said. What does she mean by that? How is that applicable to your life, to my life, to all our life? What is she telling us about humanity and how humanity should behave? Okay, this is one page, and my book is filled with annotation. So I think it's so important if I really want to gain as much insight as possible into a text and from a text, I must pay close attention to what my brain is thinking. And then the next best thing is to have a discussion with people who have read the text as well. And what did they think? That enhances all of our understanding. The last part I want to talk about kind of goes hand in hand. And I kind of labeled it the how, but I think it also fits still with the what. We are challenged with a task this year in pre-AP to make sure you are getting ready to take the AP exam you first get to take the English portion of the AP exam if you wish. When you are a junior, you'll take a course then. So part of what we're going to do is we'll focus on techniques, which is a big part of what the AP exam asks you to do, which is they identify techniques that the author has used and then see how those techniques support whatever their message is. So you're analyzing their use of the technique and something more about it. And we'll learn more as we go along through the year as we do this. So part of what you can keep track of as you annotate is techniques that the author used. So the first thing, like I've told you, is to make sure that you are identifying what it says. Are those techniques that they have used. Also, you can keep track of just the plot. If we go back and make it all and say what actually happens. But it's not just about the what, okay? Not just what, that's where we begin. What does it say? But the most important part is why. And there is no right answer. What are you thinking? Why do you think the author did that? Had that conflict? Make that character that way. Why? What's the point? How does it all fit together? What is the relationships between all of these elements? How does it fit with the theme, the message, the point, the so what? Other things you can think about is, what do you think the theme is? You will hear me talk about the theme all year long. It is the biggie. I think that it is truly the essence of literature. It is the essence of any art. What are they trying to communicate with you, the author, trying to communicate with you about life, about what it means to be a human being, all those things. And that gets to the soul, the heart and soul of what we are as human beings, and gets to the essence of humanity. You can agree or disagree with what an author says, and we will have both of those things happening. You do not have to agree with anybody or anything, but you do have to have your evidence and your reasons why you agree or disagree, either way. Okay. Right now, I can't think of anything else right now that you would need to really be thinking about as you're annotating. But like I said, it is complex. It's lots of different things. And we will be doing this all year long. It'll be the essence of what helps us to get started on our discussions. So we read, you do it on your own, annotate. What do you think about it? And then we come to discuss the next day in class, or if we've read in class, and we'll have that discussion the same day. So it's about that discussions. We can have those great conversations about the art of language.